Hey everyone, welcome to this week's episode of Fanservice. I am your host, Gavin, joined by my usual fun cohorts. I'm
Harley, the snack monster.
I'm Pocky. I've lost things. I don't know where they're at.
Yeah, we had a really interesting pre-show going on.
We didn't record.
I mean, if you lost your marbles, we can't help you there.
No, we were not live, but yeah, we've been having a lot of fun. Just get ready, and Harley's been like, I've got Dunkaroos. I was like, hey, I had those when I was in middle school. She goes, yeah, because you're old as shit. I was like, you're not far behind me, so don't even try to front.
I mean, how old are you again?
How old are you?
No, you go first.
No, you go first.
Nope, go first.
Fine, both. I am 41.
I think I'm 42.
No, I'm 42. Sorry, I'm 42.
Then you guys have almost huge gap in front. I am only 28, so there's a huge gap there, guys.
She's all, oh my god, you guys are so old.
You old as fuck.
This is the fun that we have with Harley, because she likes to pretend.
I might be old, but I am well seasoned like a steak.
That's one way to put it.
I have led a life.
You mean you're salty?
Damn straight.
Oh.
Wait, are you seasoned like a white person steak or a person of color steak?
So white person is just salt and pepper, period. I've watched them do it. I don't do that shit, but that's how they do it.
No, you put real seasoning on that shit.
I like she's a real seasoning. No, in my house, it's always garlic, onion, and salt on everything. Like, that's the first three things Phil seasons everything with.
I am always onion and garlic. Praise the onion and garlic.
See,
Pocky.
like I do salt and pepper with garlic, but I actually get the garlic and shred it.
Yeah,
but
we
have to start doing this new trick Courtney did tonight for the garlic toast, which is we proof our garlic powder now.
Very nice.
I love garlic powder, man. I buy that shit in bulk.
I have found how to turn your garlic powder to 11, which is you have to proof it, which is just give it a little bit of water and let it rehydrate, and all of a sudden it just pops.
We cannot keep garlic powder or onion powder in stock in this fucking house. Phil goes through it.
I can't either.
Yeah, neither
I have to go buy the big gallon containers.
Yeah, so he's like, I should just add to my Amazon subscription, but it's like $35, or we can just go buy a bunch of dollar bottles at Walmart that cost like half the price. So
I just buy the big. I buy the big H-E-B fajita.
I'll get you the gallon when I go to Sam's Club again.
Oh, because we need it for sure. That one, onion powder, and we end up using a lot of salt. But I've been grilling this week because I got propane for the grill, so we've been grilling a shit ton this week.
And my girl lives outside, and I don't go outside.
Well, Phil's not used to it, so it's been a nice joke because he's like, the meat's done in like 5 minutes. So he has like 600 goddamn degrees in that thing. It's gonna cook.
It's gonna cook good.
My thing is, like, when I do it in the house, I am learning to use cast iron, and I love cooking with cast iron.
Yes, it's been a long time.
Just make sure you season your skillet every once in a while.
Oh, I after we get done with it, I wash it. I give it its oil. I give it its little oil rub. First I wash it, and then I hit it on the turn it back onto the burner to evaporate all the water.
So here's the question, Pocky: do you just oil it, or do you oil it with that nice stuff in the background, the little music? You're like, oh yeah. You're all seductively oily.
I rub it really good. I'm like,
I'll rub it. You're all like, oh yes.
No, I play car wash. I get to the car wash.
Don't act like you don't do that shit, Harley.
No, I have a chainmail scrubber.
Oh, she's all like the industrial, like medieval witch. Scrub, scrub, scrub.
I want that. I want a chainmail scrubber. That sounds awesome.
We make them.
I wonder if we know someone who makes chainmail.
No, I'm not saying like, oh my god, but I'm like, I never thought about that. That's actually kind of cool.
Okay, so let's get
That's like the third way.
our fun stuff for the week, because we get together, we talk about all the things that have been on our mind and things we found in the news. Like, we always have the most insane chat threads going throughout the week.
I'm really glad nobody sees those. People would hate us.
They wouldn't hate us. They'd laugh their ass off, because it's like a whole new level of crazy. Because our chats don't degrade into porn. Our TV shows do. So I can't quite fathom the massive disconnect there.
Oh, no. We still have porn, sir. We just stop after like 3 threads because we all have our own.
We don't share the porn. We have our own porn. We just don't share it with everybody else.
No porn on that message thread.
I can fix that. Jeffrey and I can fucking fix that.
I can fix that. Hold on.
Anyway,
I'm sitting on my computer. I can fix this real quick.
Oh my god! Please tell me you saw what I put on my Facebook page, on Jessica's Facebook page today.
Yes.
One? Hold on. We should clarify. Jessica Covello of the Attack on Titan fame.
Yeah. Are you part of her Jessica's
Titan? Yes. Oh, yeah.
Go over there and pull up the video that I put today so we can share it.
It's awful.
It's just for Harley. Yeah, it got a lot of reactions, and I had to one up it with another crazy show with farting papayas. That's the only way I can describe the show. Queefing papayas is what it sounds like. I do not know what happened to kids shows for a while, but they got real crazy. Like, super crazy.
There's a show called Fucking Uncle Grandpa. Where do you think that went?
I cannot fathom the horrible way that kids shows have evolved since we were children, and even when you were children, since you're a generation behind us, because you're so fucking young.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. You cannot imagine children shows devolving.
Hello.
Wait, have you seen fucking Ren and Stimpy?
Okay, I loved Ren and Stimpy. That was
2 stupid dogs.
That was nothing.
Public nudity in the
That
opening
was
of
nothing. Thundercats are furries. They don't wear clothes. Well, they wear underwear, but they're fucking cats.
No, they were.
Did they have underwear? I don't remember Chitara having underwear.
They don't have underwear because they were going to draw goodie bits on. Well, they could have. It was heavy metal.
I don't think she has underwear.
They all wear underwear. That's like all they have. They're like bestiality, like fucking softcore porn. Here we go again.
I'm pulling it up.
Like, we're at 8 minutes in. Here we go. Please tell me if you found my video, Pocky.
I did not find your video. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Oh, we got sidetracked by Naked Thundercats. What kind of show is this?
No. Okay, so first off,
okay, she did have a bodysuit on. Okay, she did.
No. But if you look at the pilot, while they're getting on the ship, no one's wearing clothes.
Why is that something we know?
Because it was famous. Like it got really famous. Like people were like, "What the hell's going on with this?"
All right, so before we get derailed anymore, let's go ahead and get the show on the road.
I can't find the video you're talking about.
It's on Jessica's crazy.
Are you talking about the? Are you talking about
one?
What? Yes.
Pull it up because I want to see it.
Hold on. Here we go.
I absolutely loved this video. I loved this show.
Holy crap! The anime version has her walking around in just panties.
Here we go, Harley. I don't understand.
Let's just cut to the end. Hold on.
Fucking Teletubbies.
Teletubbies were the weirdest thing. Like, look at this. Like, what this?
Hey, Gavin, you want to feel old? The baby at the beginning of Teletubbies has a baby.
Oh my god, yeah. So I love Teletubbies, y'all. I didn't even lie. I watched the crap out of that show.
Is that because you were stoned?
No, it freaked me out. Like their vacuum, they called it Naughty Noo Noo.
I was like, yeah, the fucking vacuum.
The vacuum, and they would chase it around because it was Naughty No No. Like, I had one on my backpack for the longest time. It was a little stuffed one that you put your finger in the nose. Did not do. Okay, we're moving on. All right, so welcome to the show, everyone.
I learned things I didn't need to know about Gavin today.
Hold on. Before we move
I
on.
can forget with other things, trust me. I have been around the block one too many times. I have a stab wound right here. Oh,
There you go.
There. Not even kidding.
Okay, first and foremost, she is not naked. She is wearing a belt.
No. Oh, that makes everything better, sir. I'm sorry. I forgot about the belt. My apologies.
You can wear a belt and still be naked.
No, she's wearing. I'm very creeped out by this picture. Just so you know.
Hang on. Let me pull up the one.
Yeah.
Let me pull up the one from the anime of her and just her undies.
I don't understand this. Did they just not color it? Like you can see, they drew it in. Did they just forget to color it in?
No, because you notice the neckline's not there either. So the leg line is there because that's where the animators are being lazy, because that's how you draw someone's leg.
She's not wearing her leotard.
There.
Okay. Yeah, this is why. Okay, why did Pocky? You're not funny anymore. Okay.
No, I'm hilarious. But no, it like it's a thing. Like we got to remember, our '80s cartoons were one of two things. It was either a toy merchandising gimmick, or it was dark and weird as fuck.
All right, let's get this show on the road now. We're not talking about kitty porn anymore. Kitty as in Kitty, not kitty.
Wow.
Hello, Kitty. You're so pretty.
Anyway, so we're going to talk about some movie news. I thought it was funny that just as AMC announced that they're going to go ahead and reopen next month because they really want to show Tenet and Mulan, Warner Brothers is like, yeah, we're pushing Tenet back to who knows when, and Disney's holding on to Mulan going, I don't know what we're going to do with it yet. So they were making up 2 movies that aren't coming out.
Well, I think to be fair, part of the Mulan holdout is China's still going under a riot, and Disney has to play it kind of fun and safe.
Not over here, they don't.
That's true, but we're not the moneymaker anymore.
How sad is that?
Well, China's population
Very
is like
sad.
True. Which leads to, other things that you never thought you would see in a million years. That Jurassic Park was #1 at the box office last week.
I love it.
You would never in a million years think to hear that. Never.
I would.
Like, because we're in summer blockbuster season. There should be other things, not a 25, 30-year-old movie. Oh man,
It makes me happy.
Remember when I said that like studios bank on safe and known titles?
Yeah.
What more safe is Jurassic Park? And the fact that, as you said, it was 25 years. There are people who have never seen that movie in the big screen, and they will take a chance. Let's
stop. You said the word Jurassic Park is safe. I'm sorry, I find that hilarious.
No. In the sense of, not in the sense of itself is safe, but like if you were to say, hey, a Jurassic Park movie, even though a new one is coming out, people will go see it. Unlike, let's say,
it's dinosaurs. I'll go watch the shit out of it.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. It's a safe bet. Like if you say Jurassic Park a movie is coming out, they'll go see it.
But here's the other side of the quarter. Is it also due to the fact that people are just desperate to get out? And look what's happened. We're about to shut down the state of Texas again because we were 5th in the world for highest cases happening.
Yep. We beat the EU is literally debating whether blocking people from America because we're too fucking stupid to just like stay the fuck home and not catch a virus.
Yeah, see, I work at a uber Christian radio station, and they're all it's a conspiracy. Need to listen to Trump. I was like, y'all, I have really bad asthma. This could hit me really hard. I'm not going to, my doctor has been texting me for a week now that this is coming. Get ready to go back to work from home, which I'm fine with because I can do everything at my job at my house.
Our old soldier actually.
But man, I think it has to do with the fact that people are just desperate to get out. And they will go see anything because there's nothing to see in the movie theaters. They pulled everything. So let's go go watch Jurassic Park, which is fun to go watch old movies sometimes. But like I said, I could do the same experience at my house. And a lot of people can. So I really think a part of it's just, I have to get out of this house. Let's go to the movies.
All right. And I agree with that too.
See, and I'm one of those people that have like, oh, I need to get out of the house. I'm going to the fucking craft store.
I know. I was going to text you the other day and see if you wanted to go to the H store, H Mart, but I was like, I just have to hurry up and get home. Like, it's getting to the point where I have to go to work and then just come right home because my office building is pretty much shutting down. You cannot walk in without a mask, and I was like, I can't do this.
You see the Austin Karen at a Party City.
The Austin Karen. We have an Austin Karen. Because I get bored.
Her name is Becky. She was young enough to be a Becky, unfortunately.
Oh, she's a Becky. What? Oh no! But she was telling the manager how she has a medical condition that didn't allow her to wear a mask.
Bullshit! If you have a medical condition that says you can't wear a mask, you should not be outside when you can catch something that could potentially fucking kill you because you have that kind of problem.
So there's also, not going into politics, but going into politics a little bit, there's a card floating around right now that is, I have a legal reasoning to not wear a mask.
Misspelled. It's my type of card. It's misspelled.
It is.
There's 3 things
wrong
with
it. Oh, man, I'm so mad.
Well, there's actually technically 4 things wrong with it. There are 4 things wrong with it. 1, yes, there's a misspelling. 2, it's a .com, not a .gov. It was an official government organization. It would be a .gov.
Yep.
2, 3, it doesn't have a government seal on it. If it was an official government thing, you'd have a seal on it, and the seal would be large, and it would be in the background, like all of them are. If you look at any of your apps,
not the little copy and paste photoshopped seal they've got faked on there.
It's not even the real U.S. government seal.
It's not.
No, that's actually another seal altogether. And 2, if it had information, it wouldn't have information to the American with Disabilities or Alliance. It would have a thing to it itself, and it'd have multiple contacts.
There's some Karens going.
It only had some agency that is against
the right to breathe, the Freedom to Breathe Alliance or something like that.
Yeah, I was like, this is the dumbest fucking shit I have read in my life. And I read bad fan fiction.
And privileged do you have to fucking be to create the Right to Breathe Alliance? Are you fucking okay?
No. Better. They just don't have cards. I know you're just thinking, but what if I want to share my information without saying it? What if I wanted a coffee mug or a hat or a shirt?
We're in the wrong business. We should be out there scamming people like this was a polygamous cult. Come on now.
Let's do it.
I know.
We're the best polygamous cult.
Oh my God, we make the most fucked up polygamous cult. Are you kidding me?
Hey, Courtney, we're starting a polygamy cult. My wife just cheered. We're starting a polygamy cult.
Kaiju Labs Media is now a polygamy cult.
I've been watching these shows on Amazon because I love escaping polygamy. I love the idea that there's this crazy fucking power-hungry cult out there with idiots that are dumb enough to fall for it, knowing the real world's right outside. Like, I feel really bad for them, but then I'm like, some of them are smart to get the fuck out of there.
Well, you have to also understand in getting into the real science of that, you're brainwashed.
Oh, I know. I mean, we watched the whole documentary about it.
Yeah,
we watched how he came to power and all that kind of stuff. And
so, Jurassic Park happened.
Jurassic Park happened to be number 1, and AMC is banking too much, and they're still boycotting Universal. So I don't think AMC is really going to come through because they're like, oh, don't believe what you read. We're going to reopen in July. Well, and a lot of we're going to open in July too, but now there's no reason to really go to the movies unless you have that catalog.
Exactly.
And AMC's blocked Universal, and so are they basically?
Well, obviously, people weren't going there to see Jurassic Park. That's for sure.
You know, movies would be smart. Movie theaters would be smart if they made just a binge watch anime season thing.
No, or how about just do this week we're doing all of Harry Potter, and this week we're doing all of the Marvel shit. This week we're doing Disney animated shit. Just dedicate 3
because Disney won't participate in that.
Well, I'm just giving you examples, but hey, we're going to show 5 movies, and I'm pretty sure if AMC said, hey, for so much money, and I'm pretty sure a lot of the studios, maybe not Disney, would totally participate in that. I mean, I know Sony would, because Sony movies need definite promotions. Yeah. God, Sony makes bad movies.
Well,
have you seen them old Spider-Man movies?
No, okay.
I like the Tobey Maguire ones.
Disney makes bad movies when someone else is not in charge of them. Sony was.
Hashtag Tobey Maguire.
Okay, so other news this week is Joel Schumacher died, and I did not give two fucks.
Me either.
I did. I actually
Everyone's like, I love when they credit him. He's Lost Boys and Batman Forever. Like a pretty okay movie versus the worst thing to happen to Batman ever.
A movie so bad that they had to reboot the franchise. Yes.
Both of those movies, like they gave Mr. Freeze light up fucking nipples. Who the fuck does that? Oh my god!
Why did Arnold Schwarzenegger need light up nipples?
Why did he need to be Mr. Freeze? Period. Like, oh my god!
Because he was the Terminator.
The only redeeming things about both those movies was I did like Poison Ivy, and it was fun they at least tried to do Batgirl.
I couldn't with them eyebrows.
Oh, she was crazy with the eyebrows, but at least that seemed to try, because they ruined everything else, including Bane, including Batman, including Robin, including Joker. I mean, sorry, Riddler, because it was played very close to what the Joker is.
Just because he wanted to play Joker, but they said no, that's Jax. You
cannot take one of the most iconic and smart villains in Batman's history and turn him into a joke. He was the whole reason behind Hush. That's why I loved Hush so much, because the one villain who figured all the fuck out was the Riddler.
Yeah, because the Riddler just sat in a room one day and looked at all the information and go, well, who the fuck is this guy? And he figured out the ultimate riddle. The fact that basically the only way to undo that was to literally kill him and then have him resurrected. Like they said, oh no, we just killed the Joker and he went into one of the Lazarus pits and he prevented himself from dying. But he went mad and forgot all the information.
And then, they're talking about Lost Boys. I had not remembered watching Lost Boys at all, and I watched it about 3 months ago, and I was like, they're mullet vampires. Like, I did a whole live streaming of me watching it on Letterboxd. They're mullet vampires, y'all.
They're 80s vampires. Of course they're mullets.
No. If I were stuck with a mullet for all eternity, I would just go stand in the sun. I'm sorry. If I had to be a glittery vampire or a mullet vampire, I am killing myself.
It's like
what if you're like a bowl cut vampire?
A what?
A bowl cut vampire.
A bald head?
A bowl cut.
Good. I can just put on hats. I can be fine with that. I can wear hats.
You can also put your hair up and in a hat. But the thing is, like, he also did, like, A Time to Kill. He did The Client. He did Falling Down. He did, like, he wrote Car Wash. He did Phone Booth, which was a great movie. He did
every time someone talks about him, it's Lost Boys and Batman.
Well, yeah.
So don't get me wrong. I do like the Lost Boys. But Batman is not something I would want to have remembered on my funeral obituary. I would not want that to be a fucking movie.
Well, that's what I said. Like, how about number 23, Blood Creek? Like, these are all of his movies.
Have we watched any of these movies?
I have. Time to Kill. That was a great movie. That was Matthew McConaughey.
I think I've watched that one.
Matthew McConaughey, Sandra Bullock, and Sam Jackson were in that movie. It's about a trial about a man who got murdered, and they're redoing the case after like 30 years.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch that one. I think the only one I've actually watched that's a crime drama is To Kill a Mockingbird. Just because I love that movie. And I love the movie.
But yeah, he did, like, his big thing was he did a lot of dramas and whatnot. His few sci-fi movies, some of them weren't very good, but horror movies weren't good. I mean, but Lost Boys was fine. It actually helped a lot of careers. And then, yeah, I mean, I love Joel Schumacher, but it wasn't because of
the nipples and butt cheeks.
Nipple, but he also wanted to do the Adam West Batman era stuff. He wanted it colorful and lightful.
No, that's not what he wanted to do. He was forced to appease toy makers. I've read the whole story behind it.
Yeah.
He went that route so that after what people hated about Batman Returns, they would be able to sell toys again. I fucking love Batman Returns. I love that fucking movie.
It would have been great for Batman Returns if Batman would have been in it.
He was in it. the hell is wrong with you?
No, Batman wasn't in it. A fucking homicidal maniac wearing Batman's costumes, and then the rest of the time, a whole bunch of fucking metaphors about shit was there. Not Batman.
Batman.
The movie was so bad they had to pull the toys from McDonald's.
McDonald's didn't want to do the toys because it was too dark for them. That's why they pulled the toys. It had nothing to do with, people going, oh, no, homicidal. No, it was because they were unhappy with the fact that they didn't think they could sell it.
Right, because it's too dark and violent.
I'm okay with that.
As Batman.
Here's what else I find funny.
But Batman doesn't
Apparently,
like setting them on fire.
As we're talking about Batman, they said that what the fuck is his name?
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton is going to be in the Flash movie as Batman, and their Flashpoint movie.
Yeah,
he's so old. They might as well just do Batman Beyond. Like, for real, can we just get Batman Beyond,
please? Because then you can just have Mark Hamill be the fucking Joker for real.
Yes, just fucking give me Batman Beyond, and we'll be okay.
Well, I mean, have you seen what Michael Keaton looks like? He's not out of shape or anything. I can actually see him doing it.
No, but he's showing his age, and this would be the perfect way to transition to a new Batman, because as much as I love the animated series and I love the Tim Burton movies and what's happening with Batman, I really do think the best thing to ever happen to Batman outside of Harley Quinn is Batman Beyond.
No, I agree with that.
I just think I like how dumb Bruce Wayne is in the Harley Quinn show.
Yes! I finally watched that show, by the way. I just bought it on Google. I expected a little more from it, but
hilarious.
It was fucking good. It was really well done.
Jill and I binge watch it. Or we watch our episode religiously every Friday, but still.
And my thing is kind of going with Michael Keaton real fast, is Vulture. He did a fucking great job as Vulture.
I did. And
he also looked really good. I think if they were to say, hey, we're doing a Flashpoint movie, this is what if Batman was from the 80s, 70s, the 80s, and we're still going on, what would he look like? He would still look like Michael Keaton. And I think this has worked out really well, particularly if that's the story they're running with.
Yeah, we'll have to wait to see, because I know that they released the first teaser for the Snyder Cut that shows Darkseid, and so I'm kind of excited to finally get to see that and see how different it is. But yeah, that'll be interesting to see Michael Keaton back in Batman, because I'm really ready for them to move on to other heroes.
Who would they get to be a live action Dr. Psycho?
Some wrestler.
But he's so small.
It will still be
completely. Oh no, that would be
that would be damn it, I just forgot his name.
Peter Dinklage?
Peter Dinklage really easy. That's just like a shoe-in. That's a shoe-in right there.
Is that because he's the only little person you can think of off the top of your head?
No, there were some other ones.
Warwick Davis?
He's the only one I can name because he's so famous.
Well, I was also going to say this. A, Peter Dinklage, yes, A, he's famous. B, he's also a giant nerd. And if you told Peter Dinklage you get to go play a DC villain, I mean,
and you get to call Wonder Woman the C word?
Yeah, you get to call Wonder Woman the C word. I mean, he jumped at the chance when they said, hey, you're just going to play a minor role in the upcoming X-Men movie. He jumped at the chance because he's like, I get to have fun with this. He's a giant nerd. He does LARP. So I don't see, he would totally do this just out of being fun. Also, Peter Dinklage riding a cart with his daughter is the most adorable thing ever.
Right?
Can I just say, Harley, that my favorite episode of that series was when she proved that Robin wasn't her nemesis and his blood fell in the tank and King Shark went crazy. Like, that shit was hilarious. I mean, that show is so well done. So fucking well done. Kite Man just fucking kills it.
Fucking Kite Man.
I'm going to feel bad for Kite Man after this season.
I already feel bad. I felt bad for him after last week's episode.
Yeah, I haven't watched season 2 yet. I'll probably
Joker going, she's still got it.
All right, so that's been our movie news of the week. I just want to touch on this.
All barely 30 minutes of it.
Yeah, I just want to touch on this tabletop news because this week I sent you the link for this thing called Dungeon Scroll. Have you ever played with it, Pocky?
Not yet. I looked at it. It's
like a Photoshop map maker for D&D for like RPG games.
Pretty much.
And
it
it
just
seems really
makes the lines and really it makes grid, and then you just draw what you want, and then it puts it into card, and it's the old D&D thing. Harley, you probably know what I'm talking about. Like where they'd have little 4x5 cards, and they have a map tile draw on it, and whatnot.
Yeah, it looks pretty interesting because I came across it because one, I want to set up a campaign for this Aliens RPG. I know the story I want to tell. I got to understand the system a little bit more, but also I'm trying to really set up a good Nemesis game day. But that game is so complex that I had to go to Board Game Geek to find Dungeon Scroll. I had to find files to kind of help for player aids, and even the player aids are 6 fucking pages long for Nemesis, like for real. Yeah, see, that just looks pretty cool. And so that's how I found this. I found this a complete accident. It was over on someone was linking it on Board Game Geek, and I was like, wow. Simple.
Yeah, and I've done that before too. And I saw something like this a couple months back. But they were like, I guess in early stages. And I'm like, okay, let me see what happens. Because big questions for a lot of people is like, is this going to be
Harley.
Oh, and she was bored. She's like, nerds, whatever, out of here.
Yeah, so I want to play with that, see what we can come up with, because I need to create some maps for this alien one. Because it's got maps for pre-made campaigns, but they're very general, like giant maps. Mm-hmm. So I have to create something completely different.
All right.
So talking about TV news this week, they were super stoked to announce that there's going to be a new live-action Ninja Turtle series on CBS All Access, and they're like, and it's going to be based on this news story from who has a IDW Comics?
IDW has a comic
where there's only one surviving turtle in the future, and he's on like a lone mission. I was like, what turtle would that be? What turtle would you want to see survive? So let's start with you, Pocky. If you had to pick one turtle to survive to go on a mission like Logan, who would you want to see do it?
You know, I want to say this. This could be kind of weird, but I would like to see Raphael.
Yeah, sorry. Raph's my favorite.
And it's not even just that it's my favorite, because Raphael is one of the only ones I could see having 3 major problems. One, having survivor's guilt, where he would be like the lone survivor and he would have guilt over it. Like you could see him dealing with that shit, and that would be really cool. The other thing is it would have to teach him how to be the thing Leonardo was, and he never was, which is a leader. So, and the third thing is it's him growing as a character.
See, I love Raphael. He's my fucking turtle. I've got all this Raphael stuff around the house. I wanted to be Michelangelo simply because I think the underdog having to step up to do this, plus the comedic factor would make it kind of like Deadpool, and just have a lot of fun with it, but still make it very dark. I would like to see him survive because he was always like the little brother. He was always the jokester guy. He was always, the peacekeeper.
The glaives are actually.
See, they kind of hinted at something like that with one of the shows where they showed the turtles in the future, and like Michelangelo was like the leader of the new turtles, but they were all people in mechas, mech suits. And I could see that, but I also could see where he kind of still wants to be the Joker, but at the same time, he is the lone survivor, and something would have had to kill his 3 brothers and his man, and potentially Casey Jones, depending on which version you're going with.
Well, I love Casey Jones as well. I like Casey Jones and a Ninja Turtles team up would be hilarious.
As long as they do the Casey Jones from that one series, where he was actually an adult and functional, not a homicidal maniac.
Yeah, I like him being crazy, but I really like the Bay Turtle movies. Like, I love the way they look. I loved Out of the Shadows. They had Krang and Bebop and Rocksteady. They did everything right with that movie. Stupid set pieces, like the tank in the river. Come on now. That was just great fun.
And the thing is, like, I don't like how the turtles look. They just look weird and funky. And
I thought it gave them more personality and more character. They were always trying to have sex with April O'Neil. Come on, do you not remember the original Jim Henson movie or the cartoons from the 80s?
No, they never tried to have sex with April O'Neil. What the?
They were always flirting with her. Come on, fool. They're fucking teenagers. It's not like there's any other weird teenage
They
mutant
wanted to
out
bang
there.
the chick.
That's the only chick they knew. I mean, they're fucking horny ass Ninja Turtles. They're fucking teenagers. They ain't got nothing to go out with, so you know they're spanking it in the sewer too much.
I watched the 80s cartoon religiously. No. They never. What the hell? No. The live action.
Yes, they did.
We're going to have to marathon this shit. I disagree.
I guarantee you.
April's making
Donnie wanted to fuck April.
He did. It was in the movie. Like
Donnie was the worst offender.
There was that sexual. That's why they had a hard time with Casey Jones at first, because he and April could be a thing really easily, and they couldn't. Wow,
we're fucking giant mutant turtle.
Oh, could you imagine how disgusting that would be?
Considering a turtle's penis will extend to about twice its body length, yes.
All four of them running around April's apartment like fire hoses.
I don't know where this is going.
Okay, we're done talking about Ninja Turtles now. I'm excited.
How can we not? Can we just not have a normal show where we don't talk about sex and fucking things? That don't need to be fucked.
No, we're on the internet now, so we're allowed to do this. We're not on TV.
I'm excited to see it because I loved Picard. I think that's the best thing CBS. That's the only reason why we have CBS All Access, because I want to watch Picard. I
gotta keep likes watching murder shows.
We haven't touched it since, and so their shows are hit and miss. So this other new show that's coming
was good. Twilight Zone was really good.
It depends on where they're going with this next show. Smurfs is coming back to Nickelodeon. Now,
I saw that.
You know, I'm a Smurfs fanatic, and I hope they stick with the style of the third movie, where they found that totally ridiculous Lost Village. But you know, I'm afraid they're going to go. Something's going to be lost, because Smurf was very much an 80s property. It was an early generational property. I don't know how it's going to work out today, because like I said, they had to make the third movie. They introduced all the female Smurfs. And I'm not quite sure how it's going to work out. So I'm going to have hope maybe that some new people will be introduced to Smurfs, but I'm not quite sure. Because it's like, can we not just create something new already? I'm guessing they can't.
The answer is yes, but not for mass consumption.
They should be able to start.
No.
Well, you know, so that one came out, but I'm also excited because they released the 1-minute teaser trailer for the new Muppet Show on Disney Plus, and so I'm already all about that.
By the way, the Smurfs started in 1958.
Yeah, it's a really old property with some kind of outdated ideas in what's going on in today's world. So
anti-Semitic and potentially racist, and
well, it's not racist. It's the different person. Every Smurf represents a different personality and human nature.
They were a personality disorder show.
Yeah, and so if they're going after, you know, Split 4 years after it came out, you know they're going to go after this show at some point in time. I don't know how they're going to handle it, but it'll be interesting to see if they're going to do it right, or if they're just going to kind of throw everything out the window and just reboot Smurfs completely from the ground up.
Well, I mean, it'll just be whatever, like Papa Smurf and like something, and then they'll introduce the new, because there's 100 of them, so you'll have the Smurf. It'd be Papa Smurf and Smurfette and the Smurf of the week.
Yeah, but the problem is like with the third movie, The Lost Village, completely throw out all Smurf lore and logic that has been around for generations.
Thank God.
And it's not thank God. It worked for what it was, and they basically tried to reboot it with this new lore, and people didn't really respond to it. That's why it bombed. I mean, it's not a bad movie. I like the idea, but I think they executed it really poorly, because Smurfs are basically they're like fairy creatures. They don't really have a sex. And Gargamel's one who introduced that. So it was one of those, kind of weird.
They were produced by the stork. Yeah, literally.
No, they don't. Baby Smurfs come from moonbeams. Don't fucking get me started on this shit. I know my Smurfs lore. Harley, don't you fucking laugh at me, y'all.
I thought not everybody was banging Smurfette.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
like
that's
100 dudes, 100 dudes and one chick. I mean,
she's not a real Smurf. You don't have crotches,
100
y'all.
dudes, one chick. Everybody's banging Smurfette.
Oh my god, y'all! No, we can't do this. We can't. Okay. Anyways, so I'll be interested to see how it goes. I'm sad that we're not seeing more originality in mainstream, and it's all independent stuff that's really working on the originality side, which proves there's a market for it. So why is mainstream not picking it up?
Because mainstream is run by old people sitting in an office.
Yeah, it's time to get all these old people out, start replacing with new ideas.
We say the same thing about politics.
Oh, we're not even going to go down that road today.
You just have a can't even.
Oh no.
Oh no, we lost Pocky. They ran out of power. Pocky and Courtney have no power.
Hold on. I just got a weird text message from a friend saying that something's around her house. She has to move. Oh, anyways.
Who?
Oh, I'm here. Hey.
Oh. Yeah,
So,
Pocky and Courtney disconnected.
Yeah, I guess because like the other day, the internet was like it was raining. It goes crazy when you live out in the outskirts. So, Hellraiser brownies. Tell me about these because you just showed me a picture of them. Is it like a kit where you could like make powdered sugar designs on? What is this?
Yes. So you literally just like take paper and hang on. I actually have a video of it. I forgot all about my Hellraiser brownies.
Did you
all
say?
Right. So they are Cinna Bites. So, and it is from a website called the Homicidal Baker or Homemaker.
Oh,
because
I have to write that shit down. That seems like a site I need to go to.
Yeah, it's the homicidalhomemaker.com.
Yeah, I love those sites.
What got me is I know like she also has a really, really cute Friday the 13th pumpkin roll. So
oh, very nice.
Yeah, sorry, my computer is slow. So literally what got me on these is because you love Hellraisers. So and the title was just tear your soul and taste buds apart with the Cinna Bites. So literally all you do is you make a template that you print, and then you make your brownies like normal, and then you lay your template over your brownies and you sprinkle powdered sugar.
They look like puzzle boxes, which I love.
Yeah. So, and then there's cinnamon. They're literally cinnamon brownies. But I laughed because when I saw these, I was like, I could do these. I don't have to. Like people are hand cutting these things out with paper, and I'm like, I have a Cricut.
Rub
I'm not gonna hand cut shit.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to make some for Halloween. Because I swear to fucking God, if Halloween is canceled because of this goddamn virus, I am burning this city to the ground. It is a Saturday. It is a full moon. It is an extra 2 hours. I'm on a corner fucking lot in a busy neighborhood. We are planning a fucking fun ass day. It's gonna happen.
I know. I'm totally 100% trick or treating in your neighborhood.
Oh my God!
Because I'm sorry, Bean needs candy.
Yeah, he will fucking love it. So lots of fun there. So last story. I can't quite understand this one because I have my Pixel phone, so I get a curated newsfeed from Google every 5 minutes. I can go look at it. But the headline was Bronies understand they have a Nazi problem. I had to go read it. Apparently, Bronies, which are already kind of a weird subsect as it is, have an even weirder subsect within themselves that are racist and Nazi supporting Bronies that do fan art with like Bronies and ponies saluting Hitler and shit like that. That's on their like private boards. They're like,
I haven't even seen it.
We're gonna have to like go kind of clean that up.
I haven't even seen that.
Oh my god, it was. Oh god, like I just can't. Like when your own weird fandom has its own weird fandom within it that you got to go regulate. Then
I mean, we already had to deal with the bronies.
yeah, well, they're still around, and apparently there's a bunch of them that are very KKK Nazi-ish, and they like to do fan art. Let me see if I can actually pull up something.
Oh, but I got one pulled up now. I'm just like, why?
I'm
secretly disgusted.
I don't understand if like. Okay, let me open this up in a new window because it's stuff like this that they're like, oh, we're gonna have to go start to regulate this now. When you had this for obviously a little bit longer than just now. Like there's Hitler ponies. There's ponies in the Third Reich.
There's a Hitler stash.
Oh no, I've got to show you this one. Okay.
You can't with the Twilight Sparkle with a Hitler stash.
Let me find this one. Like this. I don't. This is a real thing, y'all. Like.
Why?
So.
Why?
I was just like, so when you know you've got some seriously fucked upness and you're already kind of fucked up fandom group.
Why?
Clean house. So like, yeah, we're gonna have to go clean house because it's gonna get out there a lot faster than we thought.
It's just like the Homestuck trolls.
I just can't, y'all. I just can't. So that's been this week's episode.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Oh, there's many reasons why we can't have nice things. Maybe it's because we go into porn and Ninja Turtle floppy dicks. Like the inflatable arm tube men just going around April's apartment like, hey, like, okay, no. Back on track.
We can't. Poppy's not here. It's time to be weird.
That's this week's episode. Don't forget, tomorrow we are doing a special at 7 p.m. Where do we go from here with Black Lives Matter and the social, everything's happened is whatever the culture is and how it's affecting media. And then it'll be followed by a new episode of Super Game Bros because there's just too much stuff to talk about in the video game world this week that we have to do it. And then Sunday we're doing a special Pride Today episode. And then Harley has her show on Monday.
Oh, Foggy's back.
And then Red Rebel
back
Tuesday.
For closing.
So that's it for this week, all. We hope you guys had fun.
Yeah. I didn't have fun. Electricity went off. Like, we were in the middle of talking about Smurfs, and the next thing I know is, like, I'm sitting in the dark.
We went back to floppy dicks.
Shut up!
Oh, thank God. I was worried that we were going to get hard about this.
We're done, y'all. We're out. We'll see you guys next week. Don't forget our specials tomorrow and Sunday. Check our Facebook page for
We're going to have a very serious conversation tomorrow.
All right, bye.